Paul Heyman is a WWE veteran who has worked with numerous top names in his illustrious career. The Wiseman also developed a unique love-hate relationship with Kayla Braxton over the years. The 33-year-old sent a message to Heyman on her last day with the company. Kayla Braxton, real name Kayla Becker, joined WWE in 2016 as a host and ring announcer. She later transitioned into a backstage interviewer and was also a co-host of The Bump. The star developed a love-hate relationship with Paul Heyman during her time on SmackDown, as she often used to nag the Bloodline's special counsel during backstage interviews. Braxton recently left the Stamford-based promotion, with this past Friday's SmackDown being her last day on the job. WWE recently released a backstage video where multiple top names bid farewell to Kayla. In the video, Heyman surprised Braxton in a similar way she used to surprise the veteran. Following the incident, she jokingly mentioned that she was glad she never had to see the Hall of Famer again. It should be noted that the video was shot before the previous edition of SmackDown, where the Wiseman was laid out by the Bloodline on the blue brand and was stretchered out of the arena. Analyst believes Paul Heyman will return to WWE in better condition. The last few months have not gone well for Paul Heyman, as the Wiseman was subjected to mental torture from Solo Sikoa and the new members of the Bloodline in Roman Reigns' absence. The Hall of Famer was brutally laid out by the heel faction on SmackDown this past Friday after he refused to acknowledge Solo as his tribal chief. While Heyman looks set to be away from WWE programming for some time, analyst Sam Roberts believes he will make a grand return with Roman Reigns by his side. "I do believe when Paul Heyman comes back, he will be freshly shaved and his hair will look perfect. He'll have the most put-together suits you've ever seen. Maybe he will be jacked. And I think you'll see a rejuvenated Paul Heyman, because I don't think we'll see him back until we see the tribal chief Roman Reigns back in the WWE," Roberts said. Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns have been together since 2020. However, the head of the table took time off after losing his undisputed WWE Universal Championship to Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 40, which led to Solo Sikoa taking control of the Bloodline. Title: Freedom's Embrace, a star's departure from the WWE in the dimly lit backstage of a raucous WWE event. Amidst the echoes of cheering fans and the palpable tension of rivalry, Adam Busby stood, his shoulders squared and his gaze fixed on the door ahead. It was a moment he had envisioned countless times, but reality lent it a weight he couldn't quite anticipate. Adam, a 33-year-old wrestling star, known for his charisma and skill in the ring, had just finalized his departure from WWE. His decision wasn't hasty nor impulsive. It was a culmination of years spent under the intense spotlight of professional wrestling, where success and sacrifice were entwined like the ropes of the ring itself. As he walked away from the dressing room, the air was thick with a bittersweet mix of relief and nostalgia. He had spent a significant portion of his life in this world. Blood, sweat, and tears had paved his path to stardom. Yet, beneath the accolades and adoration of fans lay a journey fraught with challenges and personal sacrifices. Adam found himself in a quiet corner of the arena, away from the bustling crowd and the frenzy of the main event. He ran his fingers through his hair, feeling the weight of the moment settle on his shoulders. The decision to leave wasn't solely about career moves or ambitions. It was about reclaiming a part of himself that had been overshadowed by the demands of the industry. His thoughts drifted to Paul Heyman, the enigmatic figure who had been both mentor and antagonist throughout his tenure in WWE. Heyman's influence had been profound, shaping not just Adam's career but his perception of wrestling as an art form. Their relationship, though tumultuous at times, had been integral to Adam's growth as a performer. Freedom, Adam whispered to himself, a sense of liberation coursing through his veins. He had always been passionate about wrestling, but the grueling schedule and backstage politics had taken their toll. Now, standing at the crossroads of his career, he felt a surge of gratitude for the opportunities and lessons learned, yet also a profound relief that he no longer had to navigate the complexities of WWE. He recalled the pivotal moments, the matches that defined him, the rivalries that tested his mettle, and the fans whose unwavering support fueled his determination. Each memory was a thread in the tapestry of his wrestling career, woven with moments of triumph and moments of doubt. But amidst the reminiscence, one sentiment resonated deeply within him. "So glad I never have to see him again," Adam muttered under his breath, thinking of Paul Heyman. Their relationship had been a roller coaster of highs and lows, marked by intense disagreements and fleeting moments of understanding. Heyman's departure from WWE had been a catalyst for Adam's own decision to leave, a symbolic severance of ties that had defined an era in his life. As Adam made his way through the corridors of the arena, he encountered familiar faces, fellow wrestlers, crew members, and staff who had become his extended family over the years. Their expressions ranged from surprise to solemn understanding, each person acknowledging the gravity of his departure in their own way. One wrestler, a longtime friend and occasional rival, approached Adam with a solemn nod. "You did what you had to do, mate," he said, clapping a hand on Adam's shoulder. "We'll miss you out there." Adam smiled gratefully, his heart heavy with the weight of goodbyes yet buoyed by the promise of new beginnings. He knew that leaving WWE meant stepping into uncharted territory, but it also meant reclaiming his autonomy and rediscovering his passion for wrestling on his own terms. Outside the arena, the night air was crisp and cool, a stark contrast to the adrenaline-fueled chaos inside. Adam paused for a moment, taking in the sight of the bustling city skyline against the backdrop of a starlit sky. The world seemed vast and full of possibilities, a stark reminder that life extended far beyond the confines of the wrestling ring. With each step away from WWE, Adam felt a sense of closure and renewal. He was no longer defined solely by his persona in the ring, but by the courage to forge a new path, free from the constraints of expectation and convention. The road ahead was uncertain, but for the first time in years, Adam embraced the uncertainty with open arms. As he drove away from the arena, the glow of city lights fading in the rearview mirror, Adam reflected on the journey that had brought him to this pivotal moment. Wrestling had been his passion and his livelihood, but now, standing at the threshold of change, he realized that true fulfillment lay in honoring his own convictions and aspirations. "So glad I never have to see him again," Adam whispered once more, a bittersweet smile gracing his lips. It wasn't just about bidding farewell to a chapter of his life, it was about embracing the freedom to define his own legacy, far beyond the ring and the confines of WWE. And as the night unfolded before him, Adam Busby, wrestling star turned free spirit, embarked on a new adventure, one fueled by courage, resilience, and the unwavering belief that the greatest battles were yet to be fought, both within and beyond the spotlight.